when he scored Everton's extra-time winner against Luton in the FA Cup. Howard Kendall can also confront Bayern Munich with those two influential figures missing from the first leg, Andy Gray and Kevin Sheedy. And this Everton side could make history tonight. It will be the first to reach a European final without conceding a goal if Neville Southall, unbeaten in 7 matches in Europe so far, keeps another clean sheet. Bayern realised the importance of their own master goalkeeper, Jean-Marie Pfaff, who's needed pain-killing injections in a thigh strain to be able to play tonight. The leaders of the West German Bundesliga have made one change from the game in Munich. Their coach, Udo Lattek, has included an extra midfield player, Norbert Nachtbey, in place of a striker, Michael Rummenigge. Dieter Hoeneß, so ineffective a fortnight ago, surprisingly retains his place in attack, alongside the star of that Bayern performance, 19-year-old Ludwig Kögel. Referee Erik Fredriksson comes from Sweden, and he took charge of last season's European Cup final between Liverpool and Roma. Howard Kendall, just a sign of tension from the Everton manager, but he's promised it will be a great night for his club and his players. But it is a night when something has got to give. Both clubs here with 3 trophies in their sights, both through to their domestic cup finals, both leaders of their respective leagues. But which side will be going to Rotterdam for the Cup Winners' Cup final on May the 15th? And if Everton need to sharpen their appetites, the sight of Bayern in an all-red strip is something that will inspire them to get their teeth into the opposition, metaphorically at least. Mateus with the header. Kevin Sheedy and Van den Hauwe, who, as I'm sure you've all read, has chosen to play for Wales and has been christened by the humorists in the Everton dressing room as Die Van den Hauwe. Some 300 supporters in an official party from Bayern Munich. Everton certainly feel they have extra weapons here, if not exactly secret ones, in the return of Andy Gray and Kevin Sheedy. Gary Stevens, here's Reed. Down goes Sharp, felled by his marker, Flugler. And it seems clear that Flugler will stick close to Sharp, while Adair has the responsibility of taking care of Andy Gray. Stevens with the free kick. Mountfield well forward. Gray met it. In came Reed. Stephen! He was onside too. And if Everton were craving an early opening, it fell to Trevor Stephen then. Just 4 minutes played. Final header came from Reed, and Stephen, inside the 6-yard box, dragged his shot well wide. Stevens, in with a foot raised, was Bilmer. And now Bayern do have a free kick conceded by Stevens. Lebu to take the free kick. Augenthaler has joined forces with Hoeneß in the middle. And they both found the ball too long for them. Back from Nachtbey. And Hoeneß! He just managed one menacing header in the first leg. He is a tall, almost British type of front man. Excellent in the air. Gray, Sharp, and Sheedy, can he control? Dremler thought Sheedy might have handled, and Everton feel that they might have had a penalty. decision is a corner. Sharp flicked it on. And Sheedy tried to collect. Now, was there an arm there? It seemed to be from Dremler, but maybe not intentional. Stephen with the corner. Faf beats it away. Sheedy can play it back, and Bayern are pushed out. Faf all alone. Kurgel. Lebu sensed the possibilities of an early cross towards Hernes, but lacked the execution. Sharp. Stephen did well to keep it in. Surprised, I think, even some of his teammates. Mateus. Bayern with so much more experience of European competition than this Everton side. Udo Lattek on the extreme left of the Bayern bench, the coach, and in the sunglasses we just got a glimpse of Uli Hernes, now the general manager. Dremler. Tyler taking over. A swirling cross from Nakbai. That was beyond Peter Hernes. Bayern Munich, of course, champions of the European Cup on 3 occasions, 74, 75 and 76, when Uli Hernes, the sunglasses there, was a player. Sharp. And Sheedy took it well, Faf's coming. And the goalkeeper just got his body behind Sheedy's shot. Sheedy's sense of finding the goal-scoring opening was evident again. He got beyond Dremler, who left it rather for the goalkeeper. Mateus asking Hernes to fight for one that was sent towering into the air. Gray. And he lashed out at Flugler in retaliation. I'm not sure whether he actually connected. Flugler into the back of Gray, and after the ball had gone, Gray aimed a wild kick in retaliation, and the yellow card goes to both players. Feelings are running high here at Goodison Park. Quite rightly, it's Everton's free kick for the initial foul by Flugler. Now, Mountfield with Augenthaler over his back, but Mountfield really wasn't attempting to jump. Sheedy. Kept his eye on proceedings when it might have been easily distracted by the crowd, who were howling for a penalty. My impression was that Mountfield was in fact making a back for Augenthaler. Sheedy. Faf's got to come, he's out of his area, and he's always had a flair for the unorthodox, Jean-Marie Faf. Evertonians turn up the volume again. Augenthaler away. Hernes. Brandon Howe with foot raised. Free kick against him for dangerous play. Augenthaler. all the Everton players were impressed with Ludwig Kögel, who attacked them on both flanks in Munich 2 weeks ago. That was only the 5th senior game he'd started for Bayern. Tonight is only his 8th. Howard Kendall, who started the match sitting in the stand, already down on the bench. Stephen, and now Sharp. There was no room to manoeuvre. Mateus saw to that. What for a second looked like a gap for Graham Sharp was closed instantly. And Howe, again, in too much of a hurry. Bracewell, and Howe again. So the scars of battle already showing. Two teams here really slugging it out toe-to-toe. Obstruction on Gray, off the ball by Flugler, has given Everton a free kick in a position which might capture the imagination of Kevin Sheedy. Flugler just stepped across and blocked the passage of Gray. Pfaff setting his wall. Sheedy has just moved the ball, which is a clever ploy to try and find the wall in the wrong position. Pfaff has readjusted. Maybe, though, it'll be Gary Stevens. He's lurking there as well. Stevens over the ball. Here's Sheedy. And it was desperately close. Well, you'd stake your family fortune on Kevin Sheedy's left foot, and he's so nearly obliged again. Kögel is onside, and clean in at Neville Southall. And Hernis off the goalkeeper. There are 2 on the line for Everton, but Hernis finds a way past them. Everton's European fortress has fallen at last. Hernis keeping his composure after he'd picked his way around Neville Southall. But the significant moment in the goal was when Kögel was able to spring the Everton offside trap. He couldn't finish it. Southall did well to hold him up. But Hernis, rather ponderously, but effectively, puts Bayern in front. Reed. Here's Stephen. It's a sweet turn. Stevens does the same. Bracewell didn't want the ball. He'd only just picked himself up after being injured. Bayern catch Everton offside. And it is the application of that tactic that has been an important factor in the first half. And in Everton's case, the lack of application. The half-time whistle, and Everton go to the dressing room, means that they have to score twice in the second half if they are going to progress into their first European final. They have to find a way behind a goalkeeper who looks very much in form, Jean-Marie Pfaff. And I would think Everton will be looking for more composure in their second half performance. At half-time at Goodison Park, it's Everton 0, Bayern Munich to Bayern Munich, who have gone out of European competition to a British club in each of the last 4 seasons. Kevin Ratcliffe has to lift his players. The crowd will be trying to do their bit as well. But it will be a congested Bayern defence. And we've seen Graham Sharp land 1 or 2 spectacular volleys from that range, notably at Anfield this season. Fat incurring momentarily the displeasure of the crowd for showing no great hurry to get the game restarted. In fact, it was the Everton supporters who were slow in passing the ball back to him. Gray. Beaten by Flugler only momentarily. So far, things haven't quite gone Trevor Stevens' way in this match, but he's not shirking the responsibility or trying to hide. Reed. Kurgel's tackle. Bracewell. Here's Stevens. Stephen outside him. Sharp and Gray waiting beyond the far post. Still Stephen. And now Bracewell. And Nakbai in the way. And Gray goes in. Shot! Perfect start to the second half, and Everton have recaptured the party mood. From the long throw, taken by Gary Stevens, and Bayern neglected Andy Gray at their peril. Sharp was stooping in with Adair. The defender may have had a touch as well, but it's Sharp's goal. And it's number 29. It was the merest of deflections. Enough, though, to beat Fat. 1-1. 3 minutes into the second half. And just a reminder, if you're unfamiliar with the complexities of the European rules, as the referee wants to take action perhaps against Dremler and give Everton a throw rather than a free kick. Dremler got the ball. 1-1 still leaves Bayern in front in terms of the away goal. So Everton have to score again, and Stephen trying to oblige straight away. Here's Stephen. And Reed winning it back from Kurgel. The cross from Stevens. Sheedy. Sharp was jumping. Reed. Stevens. Bayern under the collar. And Udo Lattek animated on the bench. Gray unsettles Bayern again. Argentala, the last man. So they found a way past Jean-Marie Pfaff, who was beginning to look unbeatable tonight. Lebu. Stevens throws Kurgel down quickly. Gray jumps unchallenged. And it almost squeezed the header behind Eder for Sharp. Van den Hauwe. Gray, who will throw himself at anything within reach, and even when the ball is out of range. Kurgel. Lebu. Here's Reed. Ratcliffe wanted to join in, thought better of it, and Reed goes on. Gray, great advantage played by the referee, and Bracewell squanders it after Reed has set him up. Mountfield. Flugler could hardly have done it better. Here is Flugler, but Reed sterner in the tackle. Gray. Stevens. It's a dangerous man to give possession to is Kurgel. And Ratcliffe had to take drastic action. It's hard to believe that it's Kurgel's first season as a full-time professional. He's so elusive. And Ratcliffe sized him down. Dremler, no trouble for Southall. The only problem is to get the ball back quickly. At the other end, Jean-Marie Pfaff must be pondering what lies ahead. There's still a lot of activity around the Bayern bench. Against Vilma. In comes Gray, and Reed. That was it came at an awkward height for Peter Reed. And Pfaff, who has this thigh injury, is in pain again. Players are down all over the pitch. Mateos is up. Turgel has stayed down. The goalkeeper has repositioned. The prize is such an important one. And the succession of stoppages is inevitable. But the crowd don't mind as long as the free kicks go Everton's way. Sheedy takes. Sharp is unmarked. Stevens. Now Reed. Bayern coming out quickly at him. Stephen. Vilma showed him the inside route. Stephen just retrieved by Sheedy. Gray was onside and couldn't control. Bracewell was agonisingly close to Peter Reed, who will still have a chance to get the cross in. All hands to the pump for Bayern. Kurgel. But has some treatment while the game is still going on. It's an injury that the goalkeeper says affects him more in terms of kicking the ball than his mobility in terms of making saves. Ratcliffe gives it away. That was an important challenge for Mountfield to win. Back from Flugler. Bayern are looking to make their first substitution. Bertram via Lorza. Ratcliffe. Here's Van den Houw. Sharp! That is a splendid save from Pfaff. Sharp can't enjoy it. Only the few who travelled here from Germany would in this stadium. But Graham Sharp thought that he might have hooked his shot into that bottom corner then. Pfaff denied him. And Bayern can now make their substitution. Vilma, the player who goes off, to be replaced by another defender via Lorza. And there are 24 minutes left. Bayern have brought everyone back. And Ratcliffe, that will suit Bayern. Lebu. And it's Dremler. Southall takes it on the chest. Picks his pass. Or was it an arm? That's the way the referee saw it. It was a cruel bounce in the end for Neville Southall. Lebu has paced out a run like a fast bowler. And I think if it had been in cricket, it would have been called a wide. Down to 10 men because Adair in the wars once more. Stevens with another testing long throw, back blocked it, a goal! Andy Gray! Such delight on the terraces, such delight amongst the players. And twice Everton have scored from a long throw. Adair could take no part, and Bayern were a defender short. And Bath will look back at this and wonder. It was his own players who balked him, and Andy Gray had an open goal. Chance for Ratcliffe and his men to draw breath. In comes Gray again. And Stephen! It could have provided the cushion of safety that Everton would love to have through the last few minutes. Another header to admire from Gray. Sheedy. Gray is onside, played onside by Nakbai. And Trevor Stephen. It's settled now. Rotterdam, here they come. Absolute triumph for Howard Kendall, and they've done it in the grand manner, coming from behind. 4 minutes left. Bayern had committed numbers forward, and Nakbai was the guilty man, allowing both Stephen and Gray to stay onside. Tremendous piece of vision from Andy Gray, and a finish to admire from Trevor Stephen. Total celebration at Goodison Park. Gray, and then Stephen, who hasn't had the happiest of nights, and great credit to him that he kept his nerve there. Bracewell. Everton simply came out for the second half, rolled up their sleeves and refused to be beaten. They're through to their first European final. Andy Gray's Crucial goal, the second of Everton's three, and the unique treble is very much on at the expense of the similar ambitions of Bayern Munich. Graham Sharp's equaliser to the first half goal from Dieter Hoeneß. And Trevor Steven wrapping up the victory near the end. So Everton are off to Rotterdam on May the 15th. Another grand stage for them and their supporters in a quite extraordinary season. Consolation for Bayern from the Everton players in the tunnel. But Everton are through 3-1. And an immediate reaction from Andy Gray. What a remarkable night that was.
Yeah, I think the lads were pretty determined to show we're as good as anyone in Europe. And what more can I say? The performance second half was brilliant. I mean, they caught us on the hot ones. And we were unlucky to go in 1 down, actually. We felt we were a little bit unlucky. But second half was superb. And those fans were absolutely tremendous.
I was just about to say, a word about the atmosphere and the fans.
In actual fact, I think they sucked my goal in. Because I didn't hit it that hard. I'm sure they were all sucking in as it was going in the net. It was superb.
Just emotions are running very high, but...
Very high.
Yes. Looking at the second half, the equaliser came at a superb time for you.
Yeah, I mean, we always felt if we got one, we would get another up that end. And the boss was... He said there was nothing wrong first half. He was quite happy the way we were playing. We just didn't get a break. We got a break very early second half, and by God, we showed them we could play a bit.
There was a lot of feeling out there, wasn't there?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the
tempers were running pretty high.
Not really. No. It was going to be a very physical game. There's no doubt about that. The prize is enormous, Elton. It's enormous. It's a European final. It's a big, big prize, and no one's going to give that up lightly. And Bayern Munich weren't going to give it up lightly. Neither will we.
It must be marvellous to be an Evertonian at this time.
I'll tell you tomorrow. Thanks, Elton. Can I go now?
You can.
Thanks, pal.